mind despite what you have said to me. We're wasting all of our time. Why can't you see? So locate and stand straight and take aim. Let's
Give me in when you want me to talk.
Welcome back, everybody. FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Series. I'm your host, Sean Reap, with no camera tonight because I'm not feeling so good. I don't look so good. And we got no Milty tonight either, so we got Chris Beckman pulling double duty in race reporting, joining me in the booth, and sitting on the pole at the same time. When you're hot, you're hot after a strong run last week at Talladega, and poised for a good run here at IRP.
I do what I can to help the league. That's, you know.
Well, it's always glad to have you both on the track and in the booth and behind the curtain, helping with the admin stuff as well. And yeah, we got a great little progressive banked, short-ish track here tonight. It's a lot of fun. I don't like short tracks, but I like this one. We were talking about it, how it ran Tuesday night. And the man to beat, of course, when you come to a short track, that 91, Ken Shea. You see him sitting on the outside front row. And my mouse profile didn't load right. There we go.
Yeah, the 91's always tough to beat on these short tracks. He is the master of these things. He is a heck of a rhythm driver. You know, he gets in that rhythm and just starts running those fast laps, lap after lap after lap, and he is so tough to beat.
Yeah, it's the consistency more than anything that's just startling. I had a hard time running within, you know, a tenth of the same lap over and over around here. Car wants to slide around. The groove is so narrow. This track is a middle groove track. You see Kenshay, and you see he gets a little slideways there. You see the dark pavement where the rubber's laid down. It's right around the middle lane. Again, progressive banking around here, lower on the bottom. Lower banking on the bottom, the shorter way around, steeper banking middle, and then even steeper to the outside. This is the John Norton WKC version of the track, not the Project Wildfire one. So it races a little better. It's a little more stable. Looks a lot better. And I've really enjoyed this one so far.
Yeah, the car feels a lot happier on here. I was always a fan of the old track, but it's definitely more competitive. The car feels a lot more stable on this version.
Yeah, it doesn't get upset when you jump the different banking lines as much. See Sam Young out there, Nick Walters, Ryan Johnson, getting some practice laps in. Good to see Sammy on the track.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'll be happy if I can lead the first lap here tonight.
Get those all-important bonus points. As you see DJ Sorrentino trying to practice pitting there. He missed his mark a little bit.
I don't think the 41's going to run for points this season, but even so, it's important to get those bonus points when you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And James Hatch tried to get a last-minute practice stop in there, but he ran out of time as the cars are taking the grid. And, we put our jinxes on, make our pixes. What am I turning into friggin' Gollum here? Smeagol.
Who's your pixes, Precious?
My precious pixes is an easy one. It's either I'll be right by picking Ken Shea, or I'll be doing you a favor by jinxing him.
I tell you what, I'm going to take the 19 of James Hatch. That guy's really been a consistent runner.
Yeah, he's been great in the Pro Cup Series. You're defending Pro Cup champion. He's great everywhere, and if anyone can challenge you and Ken, it's definitely he's definitely got to be near the top of the list. Some big names missing out there, and I don't see Slim. I know he's been having internet trouble. I don't see Jeff Hale or Mark DeSenza. Rick Johnson taking your teammate there. He's on the far end of your inside line there.
I don't think Rick actually made the field.
No, he's there.
Did he make it? Okay, great.
Yeah, he's on the grid. I see him there.
He had some trouble getting the track downloaded. He could definitely be one of those dark horses from the rear. I mean,
yeah, he can figure any track out. I think he might be more dangerous with no practice, as he'll be in full schooling mode here.
I think it'll be more a case of, can I keep up with the 91 and the 19? We'll see how it goes here early.
Well, you got the pole. Let's see if you can get the whole shot, and pace car's off. We're about ready to settle in for 100 laps around the historic Indianapolis Raceway Park. Oh, you see guys getting squirrely there in that first gear start. Still in the corner. And James Hatch immediately gets to the outside wall. Nick Walters on the move, looking good in the 14 car. Twizzlers make mouths happy, and this track seems to be making the 14 happy right now.
Yeah, it's a good looking Twizzlers car you painted for him.
It really pops under the lights tonight, too. Just like the Husqvarna orange you did for your teammate Rick. Let's get a look at Rick here now that I've got the second PC properly set
Yeah, he's going to
up.
have his work cut out for him coming from the back of the field for sure.
Yeah, see Rick there on the right side of the broadcast. 52 is currently up to 11th spot. He started shotgun on the field. He's already gotten around several cars. He's now gone to work on Brad Otto and those Raymond Beetle, Rusty Wallace Miller High Life colors. A lot of people forget that scheme ran in the final year of the 27 car for Rusty. In this case, it's the 31 Wolfpack for Brad Otto, and Brad gets up and out of the way of Rick.
I hope Ken's not listening to the broadcast, but I feel like he's running his tires pretty hot or early.
Yeah, I thought the same thing Tuesday. It just, he just never seemed to fall off. Oh, I don't have sound on the second computer. There we go.
Of course, me and Ken, both Minnesota natives, have known this guy for many years. He's it's very tough on these short tracks.
Short or flat tracks. Either way. The flatter and the shorter the better for Ken Shea. Not that he's any kind of slouch on the speedways.
No, anything under a mile, and he's going to be very tough on everybody else.
Or those milers like the Milwaukee Mile, New Hampshire, Old Homestead. Rick Johnson up to 10th after having gotten around Brad Otto. We see we're riding on board with him on the right. See how he attacks this track. Fastest lap of the night, no surprise so far, it is Ken Shea with a 23.159, good for 106.615 miles per hour. Oh, he just, oh no, he didn't beat it. It's slightly slower.
I was going to say, I imagine he'll beat that at some point.
Yep. I find with tracks like this, my fastest lap usually comes about 20 laps into the run, so I can never qualify well here. You gotta get some heat in the tires, get a groove, get a rhythm.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit of a rhythm here to really kind of get your best runs going.
Then if you have one bad lap, it takes you 10 to get back into that rhythm.
Can already sense the 91 pulling away from me, as he always does.
Yeah, he's got about 1.6 seconds on you there. And you got about 0.8 back to Ryan Johnson. Yeah, Ryan Johnson on the move. We missed him getting around Nick Walters. Right on board, your series admin and sponsor, Ryan Johnson. So he likes to dip a couple tires down below. Kind of diamonding the corner, just like he did last night at Milwaukee.
You know what they call me tonight, Sean?
Late for dinner?
Yeah, something like that. That's what they call a field filler. That's what I
Start
was
in
thinking.
park.
Starting park. I already hit the wall.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
I
Good.
wanted to make a quick announcement and congratulate Isaac Johnson, who is going to be running an ARCA race. He financed this by a lot of sponsorship and a lot of go-getter type stuff. And he's going to be making an ARCA start at IRP. I think it's August 11th, and it'll be on, is it Fox 1? Anyway,
I think, yeah, FS1 will have it, yeah. Because
FS1,
they've been
yeah.
covering ARCA.
Right, so and it will be August 11th. It's a double header. I think trucks are there that night too, and he's going to be making an ARCA start. And there's apparently going to be an FSB sticker on the car with him standing next to it and taking a picture of it. If I get the sticker to him, so that'd be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of big sponsors. Though they put up $50,000 for him to go racing this race, so it's a big deal. And I just want to congratulate Isaac and his dad Ryan, of course, who is the proud papa. No doubt, my man's proud now. You know what I mean? Here, this kid's
As well he should be.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This kid has shown nothing but skill from get go, and he's really very talented driver and has the brains and the engineering now to go with it. He's a smart kid. I think he's going to go somewhere if he wants. I hope he gets seen. I hope somebody says, "Oh my God, look at this guy!" Like Earnhardt did with Stephen Park. I love that.
He did that with Steve Park. He did that with Brad Keselowski. That's the story of how Brad Keselowski got his break. I mean, he's the son of Bob Keselowski, but they were still an independent team, out there running their own trucks and stuff, and or at least Bob Keselowski was. But Brad was out there running like equipment that shouldn't have been running 25th, and he finished 15th and beat one of the junior motorsports cars. And Brad said, and Junior rather said, "Who the hell is in that car? And get him in ours." And the rest, as they say, is history.
Absolutely. Earnhardt called up Steve Park, and Steve's mom answered and said, "Yeah, bullshit." Hung up the phone. This is Dale. This is Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, right. Click.
That's happened several times.
That's so funny because he's seen him at Watkins. Killed at Watkins. He just did a great race, and I think it was the NASCAR North Series or something like that.
Yeah, Busch North at the time.
Busch North, yeah, and Steve Park got seen, and Dale called him, and the next thing you know, he was in the Pennzoil #1 and won at Rockingham, and I forget where else.
He won at Rockingham the very next race after Dale died.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, if you check out YouTube, Brock Beard, fantastic NASCAR historian on YouTube, has got a series called 500 Days. Talking about not just the 2001 season, but the lead up to it and all the crazy stories that were going down between the return of Dodge, all the silly season stuff that was going on, the switch over to Fox. There's all these stories that are lost in the shuffle because we think of 2001, we think of, well, everything else that happened that year.
Exactly. Good heads up there.
Yeah, they're all very long. It's got 6 episodes out so far. Carrying it up through the Atlanta win by Kevin Harvick.
I did some internet racing against Brian Keselowski as well, Brad's brother. Both of them were pretty talented in their time.
Woo! And Ryan Johnson goes a little sideways there while getting around a 31 car. But some of the guys and current Cup guys, they were NASCAR 2003 guys hanging around Dale Jr.'s server. I've mentioned before, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex.
What was the name of it? DM something? What was it?
What's that? The DMP? The Remo Posse?
Yeah, it's something. I thought that was Earnhardt's league.
Yeah, Dynamo Posse, DMP.
DMP, that's it.
That's where he still calls this. Looks like Chris got a little bit of wall there.
I had a guy named Slim who was the guy for, good Lord, who was the #1? Teresa owned it after who was driving the one? Good Lord.
Well, after Steve Park was done with it?
Yeah, he's the...
Jamie McMurray drove the one for a bit. Truex ran the one.
Martin Truex. When Truex was running it and Dale's wife was running the show. This is after Dale died.
Yeah, that would be after the merger with Ganassi.
This was in 2006, and 3 of the guys from Truex's crew was racing with me. Give me all the lowdown on Teresa.
You know, I don't pretend to know what she was going through, to understand this impossible situation she was thrust into.
It was. And being
But
a business owner and a car owner.
yeah,
I just, oh, yeah. No,
and a widow.
She liked the sport. You know, she was good. I think she should do a story about her.
Yeah. So, and I know she gets a lot of hate, but there's always two sides, probably three sides to that story.
And you're a woman in this business. Look at that. You know what I mean? This is a male-dominant sport. I mean, nobody's giving any women a break here whatsoever at all. You know, and if it's a woman owner, a car owner, believe me, she's not announcing it.
Yeah, I don't think that was really the factor there. I think it's just,
Yeah,
I think she wasn't really. I don't know. What's done is done. What could have been, we'll never know. That's right. DEI urged with Evernham, not Ganassi. Why did I think they merged with Ganassi? I thought that was how. I thought that was how. Wait, isn't that how? Bloody heck! Isn't that how McMurray ended up in the one?
I don't know.
I'm getting my timeline screwed up here, man. Tom's trying to correct me in
I
chat.
screwed you up, brother. All right, hey, Chris, have a good.
I'm
race,
sick.
man.
Give me a
Look
break.
good. Will you please pass Ryan Johnson and then pass Ken Shea, Chris, please? Thank you.
It looks like
Good
James
luck.
Hatch is going to work here. Actually, our in-race reporter here, Chris, is under attack. You got James Hatch haven't gotten around him. Now Nick Walters going back to work. You know, Tom, I see you there in chat. Oh, man. I could have sworn the way that the one ended up at Ganassi was because of the merger with DEI. And then that one then became the Trackhouse one. Ooh, another hard shot to the right side for Chris.
Yeah, it was just a glancing blow.
James Hatch is on the move, recovering from his wall scrape on lap 1.
These three guys in front of me are running awfully hard. I don't know.
Yeah, Tom saying loves him some Trackhouse. They have done amazing things. They've really shown, that a new team. I mean, yeah, granted they bought Ganassi, but still, effectively a new team can hit the ground running, getting the right people in the right places. Chastain needs to cool it a little bit. You see Ken Shea putting Pops a lap down here. Pops Markison, the number 99. Local boy, loves watching races at this track, but he's gone lap down there in 9th place to our leader. There we go. I fixed my oopsie with the event text at the bottom. Knew I would miss something. Oh, 43 car around in front of our leader. No caution. Oh, yes, caution. Caution on the speedway.
Yep, we do have yellow. Well, that'll kind of change everything. I felt like the 59 and then 14 were running pretty hard there. 91 and the 19 are just kind of in a different class, I think.
It's weird. It threw the caution, but Alt 6 won't jump to it. But we know it was a caution, and here it is. Donald Ritchie in the 43. She gets in there behind Brad Otto, wheel hops it sideways right in front of your leader, Ken Shea. Take a look at what Ken Shea saw here.
Yeah, important not to speed here on pit road.
Oh man, losing all that track position would be deadly here. I gotta tell you, man, the right side of that car ain't pretty.
No, I'm sure it's a little bent up.
Well, Rick Johnson has moved himself up to 7th place here on that run and subsequent pit stop. We knew that 52 would be on his way through the field.
You know, normally you don't do this on a short track, but I think I'll go in and get that damage fixed just because we've only got a few cars on the lead lap behind me.
Yeah, and whatever aerodynamic disadvantage it might be giving you, you might as well get it taken care of.
Yeah, no harm, no foul at this point. I could let Rick get in front of me, and it's not that big of a deal.
To that end, our lucky dog should be Pops, who had just gone a lap down there. So Jim Margison should be back on the lead lap here at his home track. Ryan Johnson sitting third, also a hometown boy. You're not exactly hometown, home state. We got a few drivers out there in Indiana. Nick Fleck, my teammate on Tuesday, Thursday nights, he's in Indiana. Josh Elliker moved out there from North Carolina.
Is Nick out here tonight?
Nah, it's not. He doesn't run Friday nights, but he's been running the trucks this season. He had been just running Super Speedway for years. Just finally got some time to get into 2 Series.
He's always very stiff competition on Tuesday nights, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've made him into a monster over there at Pony Express. He's come a long way since we started up. I see a lot of wrinkled right sides on these cars as we watch the FSP pace car pull in. Get ready to go back to green here. 6 laps past halfway on lap 56 of 100. Oh, I hear squealing. And cautions, breed cautions. Back under yellow. I'm seeing some bent up sheet metal on the back of the 016 Oscar Mike radio machine of Adam Simonik.
Yeah, 41's in that as well.
Ah, shoot. That's the danger of coming back in. Well, here we go. See what happened to Adam here. There's the 016 on the start. It's kind of a slow start. It kind of jumps the seam on the banking down there. Oh. The 43 ends up on his lid. So watch that from on board Donald Ritchie's car. And just when we thought he was clear, he got turtled. And that is gonna... Yeah, he has to call a tow truck for that.
Yeah, 41's got gearbox damage as well. I think I'm going to park it for tonight.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, there's like just a little indecision, hesitation, got you guys crossed up there, and le boomph into the corner.
Yep, 10-4, just one of them deals. You know, I thought he was going to drift high, and ended up getting to the back of him, and that's probably an incident that's on my head. I feel bad about that.
Yeah, it's tough when it's a bang bang play like that. Oh. Yeah, hi Bill. Yeah, Milty couldn't make it tonight, and I am sick. That's hence the low energy broadcast tonight. And Chris doing double duty, popping in the booth. Give my voice a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, tough deal. That's one of them deals where, I thought I could get in and get my damage fixed and not really run any risk, but that's kind of the risk you run, is getting back there at the end of the line, and tried to make a move on a slower car there, but I should have given Adam more room. That's one of them racing deals that probably should have just waited an extra half a second and everything would have worked out just fine. Should be interesting to see here. I think, should we get some green flag laps? I think the 19 may be able to hang with the 91, but we'll have to see. 59 is always very good on fresh tires. Maybe he can stay with those two, and we get a little 3-car battle for the lead there. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we never really got to see what James Hatch could do because he had an immediate setback on the initial start. Oh, Ken Shea gets real wiggly and gets the wall there on the start. Starting in first gear in the corner is kind of rough.
Yeah, great job by everybody in the high line by checking up and kind of giving everybody else room. It looks like we're going to get through it okay.
Yeah, that could have been a big stack up right there.
Just like I thought, here comes the 59 on the inside. He is really fast on fresh tires. I'd be interested to see if he can get up there and get into second place here.
He's real good at he swings way high on that lap. I was going to say, as we saw last night at Milwaukee, he's real good at figuring out the track as it goes along and making the adjustment to be better, and not just the short runs, but the long runs. Give a shout to Rick Castle, too, sitting there P5. He also a highly adaptable driver. Didn't look like he started out the race feeling too confident, but he looks like he's feeling good now. And sitting there battling the 14 of Nick Walters and trying to hold off the 52 of Rick Johnson.
And I believe Rick finished third here in the chicken run on Tuesday night. So, I mean, very consistent driver. He's always, pretty good at these short tracks. It would not surprise me to see him get up there and kind of challenge those 2 cars ahead of him for third.
Yes, he did finish third in the chicken run. I had to make a bit more of an aggressive move than I usually make to get back by him after I'd stayed out to lead a lap. But I knew that was what I was going to have to do, risk-reward there to get a lap led from Ken Shea, as Rick Johnson smacks the wall there with the 52.
Yeah, Rick was a late entry tonight. I mean, obviously he's one of the GOATs here at FSB, but pretty tough when you come to a tight little track like this when you don't get too much practice time to get settled in.
He's got the run on Rick Castle, but backs it off. Very patient. We're 2/3 of the way through here at lap 67 of 100.
Yeah, obviously none of these guys are going to need to hit pit road again. It's all going to be down to how hard you push those tires, get those tire temps up and have something left to kind of turn left on with for the remainder of the laps.
Tell you what, James Hatch has got a mirror full of the 59 car right now. Ryan has come to life on this restart.
I was surprised how quickly Ryan got up there and passed me on that first run. I think he's got a good handle on this track and a good handle on this setup. I would not be surprised to see him get up there and get around James. We'll see.
And once again, this is the track where, as we talked about before, his son will be racing here in August. So we're real excited for Isaac Johnson.
At the same time, the 19 is right on the bumper of the 91. I don't know how much that's Ken just kind of doing what he has to do, or James really pushing him a little bit here.
Let's say probably a little bit of A, a little bit of B. And 52 working on the 124. No, super close, but looks like he gets by cleanly. Rick Johnson up to 5th spot.
Yeah, Rick is so darn smooth. He's just, he almost just wears you down until you just want to let him go to get rid of him.
At some places like Dover, Rockingham, those types of tracks, I always tell my teammates, if you pass Rick Johnson in the first few laps of a run there, you're doing something wrong. Because he's got something up his sleeve. He's going to come back at you in about 20 laps and pass you like you're standing still.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, Rick's got a good handle on these 2X setups that we run here at FSB, and like you said, if you blow by him early, you're probably pushing way too hard. It'd be a good battle here between the 59 and the 14 and third.
59 and the 14 are fighting for third. Falling off the bumper of the 19 there. And 19, James Hatch, while I was recentering the camera, just goes in there and takes it. 19 to the point.
That was a great move by James, man. He just drove in there hard coming down the backstretch, and Ken gave him room and let him go.
This is why I'm glad my YouTube preview is on a delay. I can look left now and see what happened there without having to back up any tape. Look at that. He half in the bottom lane, and Ken gave him some room up top too, so good give and take there.
Yeah, he definitely let him go. I mean, he realized he had position. This 19 car, this driver's done nothing but impress me since he's been back. James has really been on top of his game the last few months.
Yeah, great sim driver and drives real race cars too. Got the Jurassic Park logo on the hood there.
Kevin Mays in the 92, giving those guys room. Always a very considerate driver.
Yep. Very classy move there of the 92. And yeah, let's see the Jurassic Park The Ride, harkening back to the infamous T-Rex, driven by Jeff Gordon. Anniversary of that's got to be coming up with the All-Star race soon. Going to be at North Wilkesboro this weekend, right?
Yeah, North Wilkesboro tomorrow for the truck race, and then again on Sunday for the All-Star race. So it's a bit of a throwback. They haven't run there since, I believe, 96-ish.
It was 1996. Jeff Gordon won the last race there.
Yeah, there you go. So I would be pretty surprised if Ken Shea doesn't have a little something for James Hatch before we get done here. But we still got 20 laps to go. We'll see how these two cars run the last 20 laps.
Yeah, can make him work it a little too hard and take advantage of a mistake. Or dig down and find a little something extra.
Yeah, both drivers running the same chassis here for NASCAR 2003. James Hatch in the 88 Monte Carlo, which is the same template that Ken is running with the Dodge Magnum there.
Yeah, same bodywork. The Monte Carlo makes a pretty convincing other 80s to late 70s car if you got the right template on it. Oh, Nick Walters slides up into Ryan Johnson, then gets wadded up there in front of Rick Johnson, and we have a caution on the speedway.
Yeah, we've got a caution.
Oh, now it gets interesting. Tires. Do you want them? And how many?
I think as a driver, you've got to have some rubber here. You know, you could potentially think about taking rights, but boy, that's you know, do you want to get out first or do you want to get out with the best rubber? You know, I don't know. I would be shocked if these drivers stay on the track.
And here comes the parade. Now the real question is, who takes 2, who takes 4?
I don't know about you, Sean. I got to think the driver who takes 2 may be in the driver's seat here for the restart. We'll see.
If I'm in Rick Johnson's spot, you got nothing to lose taking 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys who are third on back, you know, Ryan Johnson, Rick Johnson, Rick Castle, you might as well gamble and take 2 tires and just hope you can get out in front of these guys. There you see Nick Walters coming in late. He does have some rear end damage. I imagine he'll take 4 and start at the rear of the field.
Ryan Johnson's got some damage. Oh, James Hatch is hung up coming out, and Ken Shea gets out with that pull setter's pit stall. Now here's the source of our caution. So Ryan Johnson gets bound up coming off turn 4. Nick Walters gets in and slides up and catches him. Around goes Nick, and there's your caution.
Yeah, it looked like Nick was trying to stay off him and not wreck both of them. So, you know, just one of them racing deals. Yeah, number 1 pit stall definitely paying off for Ski G, or number 2, I should say. I had the number 1, but
Right, yeah, de facto number 1 with you retired.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it's gonna be tough. James is really gonna have to push the issue here if he wants to get by him in these last 15 laps.
You might have to get racy to try and get around him here.
I have to say, very goat-like performance from the 52 of Rick Johnson tonight, starting shotgun on the field, and you know, there he is up in 4th, right behind Ryan. I hate to say it, you know, don't count him out. If these two get into each other and get to getting aggressive, he could very well slide by and take this checkered flag tonight. We'll see.
That's why I was thinking that he should have probably taken 2. Because you know, Ryan Johnson was involved in that. He had to get some damage fixed. Those 2 guys, Hatch and Shea, are going to be going at it. And he might have been able to get out ahead of them and just run away and let them fight it out for second.
I think Rick's a little too smart for that. He knows that these guys may get to running into each other. He wanted those 4 tires. He wants to be able to do everything that he's been able to do with his car tonight. And, we'll see.
It's true. If you have the 4 tires, you got the maneuverability to drive through them when they pile up.
Yeah, you don't want to be sliding around on 2 worn left sides when they decide to start running into each other. Should be a heck of a battle. Good race for DJ Sorrentino in the 86 and 5th, Pops Margerson in the 99 and 6th. Good run for those guys.
Pace car is off. Oh, Mets won in a walk-off again. That's good to see. And we're green here on lap 89 of 100. Oh, James Hatch is right up in the bumper already of Ken Shea.
Yeah, they definitely didn't spin the tires that time, but James goes high in turn one. It opens the door for Ryan. We'll see.
He was trying to just build a run down the backstretch here. Oh, Shea way out of the groove there, up in the marbles, hangs on to it.
That sounds to me like the 19 is shifting here. Does that give him any advantage, do you think?
It's hard to tell because when you're watching somebody else's car, your end is guessing whether that car is shifting or not based on its speed. So you can sometimes get a false positive on that.
Yeah,
But he might be trying to get some bite off the corner.
He is definitely pressuring Ken Shea here. We got 9 laps to go with the stride.
Remember, you got to count lap 100, so 90. Oh yeah, there we go, 9 laps. Ticker is catching up.
These are 2 seasoned veterans here. It's going to be all depend on how aggressive James wants to be, I think.
Oh, and that could be the race right there. He slides it through the entry up into the wall, loses a ton of ground. Yeah, there he'd have to have the shift to get it going again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at this point, James is going to want to be hanging on to second. I believe he is running for points in this series. So he'll definitely be wanting to keep that 59 behind him here.
Yep, he got a lap led. He got several laps led. He's in good position for a second place here. Time to start thinking big picture now that you've gone and used up the tires and the right side of the car. And that shot may have slowed him up a bit. We'll see. He's trying to get his rhythm back, but Ryan Johnson, he is breathing down his neck. Both these cars looking like they came out of a prize fight.
I guarantee you that 59 is smelling blood right now. He's seen him hit the wall 2 laps in a row.
He's got the nose.
He wants that second place.
It's a drag race down the front here. Ryan Johnson's well inside James Hatch. Hatch has to move up half a lane to give him the preferred line, and Ryan Johnson to P2. What a gritty performance, but Hatch coming back, trying the Earnhardt over-under. Can't quite stick it into 3 and 4.
I'm a little fearful for James here. He's got to get his rhythm back, or else Rick Johnson's going to be threatening him for third.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rick Johnson smells blood now, too. Do not cut yourselves in the water when Rick Johnson's in them. He will smell it. Meanwhile, Ken Shea has checked out. Gonna be taking the white flag next time by.
Yeah, just go back to Rick Johnson. What a run from the GOAT. I mean, he didn't run a single lap in practice, and he's come all the way from the rear to fourth. That's a heck of a run for the 52.
Yeah, for a guy who only downloaded the track seconds before qualifying. That's pretty darn good. I mean, he's good. I see big things in his future.
Yeah. It's funny there, ain't it?
And the white flag in the air. This looks like pretty much settled. Ken Shea will come around, take the win. The score card will make it look like a domination, but he had to earn that one. Great run for Ken Shea. Ryan Johnson second. What a gritty performance there for the 59 team at their home track.
Yeah, that's
And
an awesome run from the 59.
And of course, James Hatch, he left it all on the track. He was going for it. He let them know they were there. Great run for the 19 as well.
Those top 3 cars, I mean, hats off to them. They really run their tails off, man. They definitely deserve the podium tonight.
Of course, Ken Shea doesn't do burnouts, doesn't do Polish victory laps, doesn't even drive it to victory lane. He just drives it to his stall and parks it. That is the Ken Shea way.
I believe he's Norwegian, so they just assume they're going to kick your ass right from the start.
Like, have you seen a Norwegian winter? That's a real enemy.
I grew up in Minnesota. I know how them harsh winters are up there.
Not for me. I do not like the extremes. Keep me in a temperate zone. That is why I love my Garden State home.
Great job by the 91. Fantastic run by Ryan Johnson in second, our series admin. I can't say how difficult that is for somebody to be the series admin and run that hard and finish in the top 3. That's a great run.
Absolutely. He does it week in, week out. We appreciate all he puts in for that. Yeah, track is rough. Brad Otto says, wow, tough track. This one makes you work. And so we had, because of the late caution there, we had 9 cars finished on the lead lap. Basically everybody running except Kevin Mays was on the lead lap, so good job everybody, staying in it. The retirees being Adam Simonik after the accident, Chris Beckman listed as gearbox. Accident for Donald Ritchie, who ended up on his lid, and Sam Young retired just because he felt like he was in the way. Which I disagree.
I'll second that disagreement.
Sam he'll get his groove back. He's too good to be kept down for too long. I think, we got Ryan, we got Ken. Just waiting for Mr. Hatch.
Great job, Ryan.
Thank you. It's a hell of a race.
That was a gritty performance, man.
Yeah, I was working it, man.
But you could tell up in the booth. Oh, yeah, wait for third place here. So you said the points are updated, so
Everything's
that's
updated.
refresh. And well, look who the points leader is. We'll get to that in a second, but first we'll go to James Hatch, who, 91 and the 19, we're going at it. You gave him what for? You let him know you were there. Just came down to that last pit stop there. Tell us about your run, man.
I put myself in a box by hitting the wall early, but I didn't want to see the last 2 cautions there. I felt like I had a really good long run car. It seemed like I may have been the only one shifting, which seemed to help on the long run. And then I just pinned myself in the box behind Nick, and then it's a short track, so pit lane is very short. So Ken got the break there because I doubt he was going to let me go by a second time there at the end.
No. Great run there. Hard fought. Good points tonight overall too. Get some laps led. Get a podium out of it.
Yeah, we had wondered, James, if you were the only one shifting there, because it definitely seemed like it gave you an advantage on the short run as far as having fresh tires.
It probably would have if I wasn't terrible in the short run. It's just real loose entering the corner because I was trying to use the progressive braking in 3 and 4 to try to rotate the car, and it just got too loose there at the end, and I had to brake stomp it, and then Ryan got by me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Some of these tracks I actually will do no shifting on the first half. Then as the car tightens up, then I'll switch to the shifting to try and throttle steer it there a little bit. But I found Tuesday that staying in 4th was better for me. But still a great overall run. Put on a great show out there, and moved on to 2nd place there. Ryan got by James there at the end, but man, what a gritty performance. The right side of that car looked like it had been through a demolition derby, but you stuck it out and had a great P2 run there at your home track. Tell us about your night there, Ryan.
Yeah, stuffed it in the wall a few times hard on the corner exits. Got it fixed there good enough at the end. Not quite 100%, but hey, it worked out. Thought I might have had something for Ken. After that first long run, I was hoping for a caution, and then when we got it, I still couldn't keep up with him, and Hatch probably would have got me there too had he not slipped up. So good race to you, Ken, and obviously James Hatch. Been racing with you a lot here lately. It's fun stuff. So that said, thank you for the broadcast and everything else you do.
Oh, thank you, man. Hardest working admin in showbiz there gets the podium finish and gets the points updated right as we go to the post-race show. And by the way, moving up 4 spots to the points lead, 6 up on Pops Margison and Rick Castle. Look at that top 3. That tells you what perseverance will do for you.
yeah, we'll see what happens there. I think I'll be missing a week for vacation. Maybe I'll have to take my computer and do a start and park, but we'll see.
I know. I heard it was gonna be like a hurricane hitting where you're headed for vacation. You may have to cancel.
Gatlinburg, I don't think I heard
hurricane and earthquakes, fires, plagues of locusts, all at once. Very, very bad situation. You got to stay away.
Good race, though. Thanks for the broadcast. Thanks for everyone showing up, especially you, Sean. I know you're not feeling well, so thanks again.
No problem, man. Thank you. And, of course, your race winner, Ken Shea, picking up right where you left off. Like I said, as we closed out the green flag laps there, the box score will make it look like domination, but you had to work for that one. How was it out there for you tonight there, Ken?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I just got lucky good. James got loose there. Yeah, when he caught me, and I had to let him go. I was like, and then I saw he was shifting. I'm like, well, I'm not going to try to start that now. I haven't shifted in 2 races. So it was a good race. Good win, or not win. Good run, James. Good run, Brian. It's always fun racing you guys. Seems like Ryan and I have been together a lot lately. So.
Yeah,
and we're not.
too, yeah.
And we're not getting wrecked.
That's a good thing. Yes.
That is a good way. Yeah, and I had you picked at the start because I figured I was either going to look like a genius or I was going to help Chris out by jinxing you for him. So it worked out. So I got a pick that didn't crash for the first time this season. I'm happy. I know you're happy. I hope the fans are happy. That was a good show by everyone out there. Had a great little short track, historic track, still going after, God, what is it? Almost as old as the Speedway itself, right? And as we mentioned before, Sam popped in to talk about it. Ryan, Isaac Johnson, your son, will be making an ARCA start in August there. Correct?
That is correct. I'll keep it short. I don't want to steal his thunder, and I appreciate everyone's support. Definitely proud as a dad this happening. It's obviously his dream, and the amount of work that he's put in to secure the funds to even do this one race event. It's just super awesome. He's an outstanding kid, and I couldn't say enough about him. So thank you for everyone's support, and looking forward to August 11th.
You can bet your ass we're all going to be watching that. We're going to be cheering on the number. What's he running again?
93.
The 93. Oh, we'll flashback to good old Dave Blaney Amico colors there.
Costner Weaver Motorsports.
Awesome.
So big shout out to them as well. Thanks for giving him the opportunity to do this.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be great. We're going to be looking forward to August there. And again, great run, everybody, tonight. Our podium finishers here joining us: James Hatch, Ryan Johnson, and Ken Shea. Thanks all of you for joining us for the post-race show. Thanks for Chris Beckman pulling double duty, filling in for Milty, trying to give my voice a rest as here in the booth end on the track. I know how hard that can be, so I appreciate you volunteering to do that. Thanks, of course, Ryan, pulling the double duty as the admin and sponsoring the series, so triple duty tonight. And Sam Young, owner-promoter, keeping NASCAR 2003 going after 20 years moving the league forward into iRacing 2. Exciting stuff going on in both those sims. We're going to keep them both going side by side, but if you want to do either, just go on fsbracing.com. We take all applicants seriously. If you want to come on out, give it a shot. And hopefully next week I'll have Milty back, and I'll be feeling well enough to turn the camera back on, but I'm going to call it a night for now. Thanks everybody for joining us out there in YouTube land as well. Until next week from wherever the heck we are, I've been your host, Sean Reap. Good night.